I'm here with June Barnes, Chief Executive at East Thames. June, can you tell us what the main highlights have been for East Thames over the last year?
I think really the continuing improvement in the services that we're providing, particularly to our residents, but more generally to customers. So we've seen satisfaction with virtually every aspect of what we're doing improve. But our resident satisfaction has improved as well, around maintenance, even though we've got a lot more that we want to do, and around feeling that they're involved in and that we listen to what they're saying.
And are there any big projects that have started in the last year that you'd like to mention as well?
Well, on the development side, we've had a couple of really exceptional schemes that we've completed our engagement in, which are now on site. The first of those we completed really at the beginning of the financial year, and that's our involvement on the Athletes Village. About half of the Athletes Village after the Games will become affordable housing, and we, working with Southern Housing Group and First Base, have formed Triathlon, who will be the social housing landlord and owner of the housing stock. We completed arrangements with Tower Hamlets to both refurbish existing property on the Ocean Estate in Tower Hamlets, but also to demolish the worst blocks and to provide a mixture of housing for rent and intermediate housing and some housing probably for outright sale. The Ocean Estate is one of the worst estates in this part of London, and the residents there have been waiting a long time to see improvement, so we're very pleased about that.
Okay. I understand East Thames has just launched a new 5-year strategic plan. What are some of the main aims over the next 5 years, June?
One of the first things is to really concentrate on engaging with residents, to both involve them realistically in our plans for improving services, but also for them to be able to hold us to account and challenge how we're doing against what we've agreed with them. The other thing is to really continue to do what we've done for many years, to work mainly in East London and out into Essex. That's our kind of prime location. To continue to be an independent organisation working in those areas, and then to, dependent really on what funding is available, to continue to build nice homes, do up our existing homes, provide care and support services, not just to our residents, but to other people living in the area, and to provide a range of programmes around employment and training, but also around the arts and healthy living and a whole range of things for our residents and other local people.
The last year, like you said, has been really tricky for housing providers and I guess for our residents as well and customers. How is East Thames going to try to respond to those challenges, June?
Well, we're in the middle of a recession, and that's impacting on our tenants. People are going to find it more difficult to find jobs or stay in employment. And it's affecting us because, for instance, just on our shared ownership side of our business, we've had a big emphasis on people on modest incomes being able to buy a share of a home. And for the last year and a half, it's been almost impossible for people to do that. They just simply can't get a deposit together. So we've responded to that by creating something called Rent Now, Buy Later, where people can rent for a bit and save and then put a deposit down and buy. At the moment, we've got more homes on site being built than we've ever had in the whole time East Thames has existed. But we're assuming in the next 3 or 4 years that will dramatically drop. We will look, obviously, as we get a better understanding of exactly what government is planning to do around welfare reforms. We are keeping a really close eye on this. We'll then look to see what we, working with other agencies, need to do to help our residents ensure that they can maximise the benefits that they're entitled to and help them if they get into problems with debts and other things.
Over the next year, what can our partners and our customers really expect from East Thames?
Well, I think 2 things. I think we're having to be very sensible about not entering into new contracts and new arrangements where we don't cover our costs. So we're no longer making the surpluses that we've made in the past and have less money to invest in new enterprises. But at the same time, we have a can-do attitude. We work in an area with huge opportunities and challenges. So we'll certainly step up to the mark where we feel we're able to, and work as proactively and as innovatively, if that's a word, as we possibly can to ensure that local people in the area benefit from both the changes to the whole of East London, but also find a way through coping what is going to be a much more difficult economic climate that we're going to be operating